Take a moment to settle into the position you will rest in tonight. There is no need to rush this. Your body already knows how to lie down and be supported. The surface beneath you is steady and reliable. It carries your weight without requiring anything in return. Notice that you are no longer standing or moving through the day. The work of holding yourself upright has ended for now. Your muscles no longer need to maintain that effort. Simply recognize that your body has permission to rest here. Feel the quiet contact between your body and the surface beneath you. The back of your head resting where it is. Your shoulders spreading slightly as they settle. Your back supported along its length. Your hips resting with their full weight. Your legs extended or comfortably bent, whichever position they naturally found in. You do not need to change anything yet. Just notice where your body touches the surface and allow those areas to sink a little deeper. Your face can soften first. The muscles around your eyes no longer need to hold any expression. Let the skin across your forehead rest smoothly. If there is even a small amount of tension between your eyebrows, allow it to release. Let your jaw loosen gently. Your teeth can separate slightly so that the muscles in your cheeks and temples have no reason to stay active. Your tongue can rest easily in your mouth without pressing anywhere. Take one slow breath in through your nose, just slightly deeper than usual. Let it leave your body naturally through your mouth or nose, whichever feels easier. After that, allow your breathing to return to its normal rhythm. You are not trying to control your breath. Simply notice that each inhale arrives on its own, and each exhale leaves without effort. Your body has been managing this process all day. Now it can do it quietly, in the background. As you continue lying here, allow your shoulders to settle further. Sometimes, they remain slightly lifted from habit. See if you can let them drop a little closer to the surface beneath you. Your arms can rest without purpose. They are not holding anything. They are not preparing for movement. Just feel their weight where they are placed. Your hands may be open or lightly curled. Either is fine. Notice the small warmth that may be present in your palms or fingers. There is no need to focus on it strongly. Just acknowledge that your hands are completely at rest. Your breathing may already be becoming a little slower. Not because you forced it, but because your body recognizes that there is nothing demanding your attention right now. Allow your chest and abdomen to move naturally with each breath. As you inhale, there is a gentle expansion. As you exhale, there is a quiet release. Let the exhale finish without rushing the next inhale. Now bring your attention to your back again. The wide area from your shoulders down through the middle of your spine. Feel how fully it is supported. You do not need to hold yourself up. The surface beneath you is doing that work completely. Let the muscles along your spine release any remaining effort in. Your back can feel broad and heavy as it rests. Your hips and pelvis can soften as well. These areas often carry tension from sitting or walking during the day. Allow them to sink into the support beneath you. Your legs can become heavier now. Your thighs relaxing, your knees resting without tension. Your calves and ankles no longer preparing for movement. Your feet have been active all day. Now, they can remain completely still. Let the soles of your feet soften. Let your toes rest naturally. As your body settles, begin allowing your attention to narrow slightly. Instead of noticing the entire room, focus more on what you can feel inside your body. You may still hear sounds in the environment. That is normal. There is no need to block them out. Simply let them remain distant. They do not require any response from you. Each sound can come and go without changing your state of rest. Your breathing continues quietly. The inhale arrives, the exhale leaves. Nothing else is required. If thoughts appear, that is also normal. The mind does not shut off immediately. But you do not need to follow every thought that begins. When a thought appears, just notice it briefly. Then let your attention return to a simple physical sensation. Perhaps the gentle movement of your breathing. Perhaps the steady weight of your body resting where it is. This process is not about forcing your mind to be empty. It is about giving your attention somewhere quiet to rest so that thoughts become less interesting. As you continue breathing, notice the small pause that sometimes appears after the exhale. That moment where the body waits briefly before the next inhale begins. You do not need to lengthen that pause. Just allow it to happen naturally. Your body is gradually shifting from activity toward rest. Your heart rate may be slowing slightly. Your muscles are using less energy. Your breathing is becoming steady and even. Return your attention again to the contact between your body and the surface beneath you. The back of your head resting. Your shoulders spreading. Your back supported. Your hips settling. Your legs heavy and still. There is nothing you need to hold up anymore. As your body continues to soften, your mind can begin to quiet a little as well. Thoughts may still pass through your awareness, but you do not need to hold on to them. Let them appear briefly, and then fade as your attention returns to the quiet sensations of resting. Your surroundings can begin to feel less important now. The room, the time of night, the details of earlier today, they can all remain outside your attention. Right now, your only responsibility is to remain here and allow your body to settle further. Notice again your breathing. Inhale. Exhale. Let the exhale feel slightly longer and more relaxed than the inhale without forcing it. With each breath out, your body can release a little more unnecessary tension. Your shoulders remain relaxed. Your jaw remains loose. Your legs remain heavy. Your hands remain still. Your eyelids can feel comfortably closed, resting without effort. As your body continues to settle, your attention can become even narrower. Instead of thinking about the entire body, allow your awareness to rest in a smaller space. Perhaps the gentle feeling of air moving in and out through your nose, or the subtle rise and fall of your chest as you breathe. There is nothing complicated about this moment. Just breathing and resting. If your mind begins drifting toward planning something or remembering something from earlier today, that is fine. Just notice that the thought appeared. Then quietly return your attention to the physical sensation of breathing or resting. Each time you do this, the mind becomes slightly less busy. Your body is now in a position where rest can happen naturally. Muscles are relaxed. Breathing is steady. Movement has stopped. External input has become less important. All of this creates the conditions for the mind to slow down as well. For now, remain here with this simple awareness of your body resting and your breath moving gently in and out, allowing each moment of quiet to last just a little longer before the next thought arrives. Remain as you are for a moment. Your body has already settled into a stable position, and there is nothing you need to correct. The muscles that needed to soften have begun to do that. The breath has found a slower pace on its own. Now the process continues in a quieter way. There is less to do now. Most of what happens from here will happen naturally if you simply allow the body and mind to remain undisturbed. Notice how little effort it takes to stay still. Earlier in the day, your body was constantly adjusting, shifting weight, responding to movement and sound. Right now, those adjustments are no longer necessary. Stillness has become easier than movement. Allow that stillness to remain. Your breathing continues in the background without needing your attention. It rises and falls at its own pace. The body knows how to slow itself when there is nothing urgent happening. As the body remains quiet, your mind can begin to slow in a similar way. Thoughts may still appear, but you can start to notice that they do not have the same urgency they had earlier in the day. A thought may appear and then pass without needing to be followed. When a thought begins, you do not need to complete it. You can simply notice that it appeared and allow it to fade before it becomes a full chain of thinking. Many thoughts dissolve naturally when you stop giving them energy. You may notice that there is often a brief moment after a thought ends where nothing replaces it immediately. A small pause. Let that pause remain exactly as it is. There is no need to fill it. Those quiet spaces between thoughts are part of the mind settling down. Stay comfortable in those spaces. If another thought appears, allow it to be short. Let it pass in the same way. The mind is learning that it does not need to stay active right now. Your surroundings continue to become less important. Sounds may still exist in the distance, but they no longer require your attention. They can come and go without changing anything about your state of rest. The room itself becomes less relevant as your attention remains mostly within your own experience of resting. Notice the general feeling of heaviness in your body. Not uncomfortable heaviness, just the natural weight that comes when muscles stop holding themselves ready for action. Your arms feel settled where they are. Your legs remain still. The surface beneath you continues to support everything. The more your body accepts that support, the less work it has to do. You may notice that your breathing is now so steady that it almost fades from your awareness. That is normal. You do not need to bring it back into focus. Let it continue quietly. As your body remains still, your mind may begin to produce thoughts that are shorter or less clear. Instead of complete sentences, you may notice fragments. A single word. A partial idea. Something that fades before it becomes fully formed. Allow those fragments to remain unfinished. There is no need to turn them into full thoughts. If the mind begins to move toward planning or reviewing something from earlier today, simply recognize what it is doing. You do not need to push the thought away. Just stop participating in it. Let the thought trail off. When you stop feeding a thought with attention, it usually fades on its own. Another pause may appear after it fades. Stay there for a moment. There is nothing that needs to replace that pause. Over time, those pauses may begin to stretch slightly longer than before. You do not need to measure them. Just allow them. Your body continues to rest in the same position, quiet and supported. The muscles remain loose. Your jaw stays relaxed without needing to check it again. Your shoulders remain heavy against the surface beneath you. There is nothing left to hold up. You might notice that it becomes slightly more difficult to produce a clear thought on purpose. The mind may prefer shorter, less organized impressions. That shift is natural as the brain prepares for sleep. Allow thoughts to be less structured. If an image appears briefly in your mind, it does not need explanation. If a memory flashes by, it does not need context. Let it appear and disappear in the same easy way. Your attention can remain passive. You are not trying to guide the mind anywhere. You are simply allowing it to slow down because there is nothing requiring it to stay active. If a thought begins to develop into a longer story, notice the moment it begins to build. At that moment, allow it to fade instead of continuing it. The mind will gradually learn that extended thinking is unnecessary right now. Your body remains steady and comfortable. Your breathing continues quietly. Your surroundings remain distant. Inside this quiet state, the rhythm of thinking begins to change. Thought. Pause. Another thought. Longer pause. Stay with that slower rhythm. When the pause appears, allow your attention to rest there without searching for what comes next. Sometimes there may be a brief stretch where nothing noticeable is happening in your mind at all. No clear thought, no clear image. Just a quiet moment. Those moments are part of the mind transitioning toward rest. Let them remain undisturbed. If the mind becomes active again for a few seconds, that is fine. Simply allow the next thought to fade the same way the others have. Over time, the mind begins to understand that it is safe to slow down. Your body has already given that signal through stillness and steady breathing. Your mind follows that signal gradually. As you continue resting, thoughts may feel softer around the edges. They may dissolve faster than before. You might begin to forget what you were thinking about just a moment earlier. That is normal. Forgetting in this way is part of cognitive quieting. There is no need to bring the thought back. Let it remain forgotten. Stay here with the simple experience of resting, breathing, and allowing the mind to slow its rhythm naturally. Your body is fully supported. Your breathing remains quiet. Your thoughts are shorter, softer, and less frequent. And between them, those quiet pauses continue to appear, lasting just a little longer each time. Remain as you are. The body has already found a position where it can rest without effort. There is nothing that needs to be corrected. The surface beneath you continues to support your weight, and your muscles have no reason to become active again. Stillness is now the easiest state for the body to remain in. Your breathing continues quietly in the background. You do not need to follow it closely anymore. It rises and falls without attention, steady and unforced. As the body remains settled, the mind can continue slowing in the same gradual way it has been. Thoughts may still appear, but they arrive with less structure than before. Sometimes they may begin as a partial idea, and then fade before you understand what they were going to become. Let that happen. There is no need to hold a thought long enough to make sense of it. When a thought begins, notice it briefly and allow it to end wherever it naturally ends. It does not need to become a complete sentence. It does not need to connect to the next thought. Most thoughts fade more quickly when you do not continue them. After a thought disappears, there is often a small quiet space. A pause where nothing in particular replaces it. Let your attention remain in that pause without trying to extend it or analyze it. The pause does not need your help to grow. Over time, you may notice that these quiet spaces are becoming slightly more common. A thought appears, then fades, and the pause that follows remains for a little longer than before. Allow that rhythm to continue. Your surroundings continue to feel distant. Sounds in the environment may still exist, but they do not carry meaning for you right now. They do not require identification or response. They simply pass through the background of awareness. Your body remains comfortably heavy. The arms and legs rest without any impulse to move. The position you are in feels stable enough that movement would require effort you are not interested in using. That lack of interest in movement is natural as the body prepares for sleep. The muscles remain quiet. Your mind may begin to produce thoughts that are less verbal than before. Instead of clear words, there may be brief impressions or vague images that appear and fade quickly. Allow them to come and go without examining them. If a clearer thought tries to develop, notice the moment when it begins to build. At that moment, allow it to stop instead of continuing. It is enough for the thought to appear briefly and then dissolve. You do not need to follow it anywhere. As this continues, you might notice that it becomes slightly harder to hold on to a thought, even if you tried. The mind may lose track of what it was forming. Let that happen without correcting it. Forgetting what you were just thinking about is part of the mind settling down. The body remains steady and supported. Breathing remains quiet and automatic. Nothing in your environment is demanding attention. Inside this quiet space, the rhythm of the mind continues to change. A brief thought, then a pause. Another fragment of thought, then a longer pause. Allow your attention to remain in those pauses without expectation. If the mind becomes active again for a few seconds, simply allow the next thought to fade in the same easy way. You may begin to notice that some thoughts feel incomplete even when they first appear. A single word may form without context. A small image may flash briefly without detail. Let these fragments remain disconnected. They do not need to become stories. If you notice a moment where nothing is happening in your mind at all, that is perfectly normal. You may simply be resting in a quiet mental space. Stay there comfortably until another thought appears. The mind often alternates between brief activity and quiet spaces as it moves towards sleep. There is no need to guide that process. Your body has already provided the conditions for rest. Your muscles remain loose. Your breathing remains steady. Your attention remains calm and narrow. Your thoughts are softer and less frequent. As time passes, the quiet spaces between thoughts may become more familiar than the thoughts themselves. Stay relaxed inside those quiet spaces. Sometimes a thought may return unexpectedly. Perhaps something from earlier today or a small plan for tomorrow. When that happens, simply notice it and allow it to fade before it becomes a full chain of thinking. You do not need to push the thought away. You only need to stop following it. When the thought fades, the quiet space returns. That quiet space is where the mind rests. As you continue lying here, your sense of the room may fade even more into the background. The details of where you are become less important than the simple experience of resting. Awareness remains mostly within the body and the quiet rhythm of the mind slowing down. Your limbs may feel slightly distant from your attention now. Not numb, just less noticeable. The body requires very little monitoring. Everything that needs to happen for rest is already happening on its own. If a faint image appears in your mind, it may not stay long enough to understand. It may dissolve almost immediately. Allow that to happen. The mind does not need to hold clear pictures or complete thoughts anymore. Your breathing continues quietly. Your body remains still. Your attention rests in the quiet pauses between thoughts. Sometimes the mind may briefly become more active again, producing a few thoughts close together. That is normal. Simply allow each of those thoughts to fade without finishing them. After they pass, the pause returns again. Over time, the pauses become slightly longer. Thoughts become slightly shorter. Your mind continues moving toward a quieter rhythm without needing your effort. You may even begin to forget what you were thinking about just a moment ago. That forgetting is part of the process. There is no need to retrieve the thought. Let it remain gone. Remain here with this slower rhythm of thinking, where thoughts appear briefly and dissolve easily, and where the quiet pauses between them continue to grow a little longer each time. Remain exactly as you are. Your body has already settled into a state where it no longer needs adjustment. The position you are in allows every part of you to rest without effort. The muscles that were active during the day remain quiet now, and they continue to release any small tension that might still be fading away. Your breathing continues on its own. You do not need to follow it closely anymore. It moves gently in the background, steady and unforced, allowing the body to remain calm without your attention guiding it. At this point, the body is doing very little. Stillness has become natural. Movement would require effort that your body has no reason to spend. Allow that stillness to remain uninterrupted. Your mind has also begun to slow in a noticeable way. Thoughts no longer form as easily or as clearly as they did earlier. When they appear, they tend to be brief and incomplete. You may notice that a thought begins but does not finish. A word may appear without context. An image may show up for a moment and then fade before it becomes clear. There is nothing you need to do about that. Let each fragment remain unfinished. When a thought fades, there is usually a quiet space afterward. That quiet space may last only a moment, but it does not need to be filled. Stay comfortable in that pause. The pause is where the mind rests. As these pauses appear more often, you may find that the mind spends more time there than it does in full thoughts. That shift happens gradually when you stop following each idea that appears. Your surroundings remain distant and unimportant. If a sound occurs somewhere in the environment, it does not need to be identified. It can simply pass through your awareness without meaning anything how. Your attention stays mostly inside the quiet experience of resting. The body remains heavy and still. Your arms and legs feel settled where they are. The surface beneath you continues to support everything without effort. There is no reason for the body to prepare for movement. As the body stays quiet, the mind continues to slow. Sometimes a thought may appear that tries to become a longer chain of thinking. Perhaps it begins as a memory from earlier today, or a small idea about tomorrow. When that happens, notice the moment it begins to build. At that moment, allow the thought to stop rather than continue. You do not need to push it away. Simply stop participating in it. Without attention, most thoughts dissolve quickly. Another quiet space follows. Stay there. These quiet spaces may begin to feel slightly longer now. The mind rests there naturally because there is nothing requiring it to stay active. You may notice that it becomes harder to remember what you were thinking about a few seconds ago. The thought disappears before it leaves a clear trace. That forgetting is normal. The mind does not need to maintain a continuous stream of thinking when the body is preparing for sleep. If an image appears in your mind, it may be brief and unclear. Perhaps a place, a face, or something you cannot fully recognize. Let the image appear and fade without examining it. These brief impressions are simply signs that the mind is moving further away from structured thinking. Your breathing continues quietly. Your body remains still and supported. Your attention rests mostly in the spaces where thoughts are absent. Sometimes the mind may produce several small fragments in a short period of time. A word, a vague image, a half-formed idea. Let each one fade quickly. None of them need to connect to each other. The rhythm now is simple. A fragment of thought. A pause. Another fragment. A slightly longer pause. Remain relaxed within that rhythm. You do not need to anticipate what comes next. You may notice moments where nothing seems to be happening at all in your mind. No clear thought, no image, no internal words. Those moments are part of the mind settling more deeply. Allow them to remain undisturbed. If awareness returns with a brief thought, let it fade the same way the others have faded. Your sense of the room continues to fade further into the background. The details of your surroundings are no longer important. The experience of resting becomes the only thing that matters right now. Your body remains heavy and comfortable. Your limbs stay where they are without needing attention. Even the effort of forming clear words in your mind may feel slightly greater now. The mind prefers shorter impressions. Allow those impressions to remain incomplete. As time passes, the pauses between thoughts may become longer than the thoughts themselves. Stay relaxed inside those pauses. You may occasionally notice that you are not sure what you were just thinking about. Thought disappeared before it fully formed. There is no need to retrieve it. Let it remain gone. Your breathing continues softly. Your muscles remain relaxed. Your attention stays within the quiet spaces that appear between fragments of thought. Sometimes the mind may briefly become active again, producing a few thoughts in a row. That is normal. Allow each one to fade before it becomes a full chain of thinking. When they pass, the quiet space returns again. The mind gradually spends more time in that quiet space. As the quiet spaces become more familiar, your awareness may begin to soften even further. You may feel slightly less interested in observing each thought that appears. Thoughts become lighter, shorter, less frequent. The pauses between them remain steady and comfortable. There may even be brief moments where you realize you were not aware of any thoughts at all. That is fine. Simply remain resting in that quiet state until the next fragment appears. If an image flickers briefly in your mind, it does not need explanation. It may fade almost immediately. Allow that to happen. The mind no longer needs to maintain clear structure or continuous thinking. Your body remains completely still. Your breathing remains steady and automatic. Your attention remains relaxed and narrow. Thoughts appear only briefly and dissolve easily. And between those brief fragments, the quiet spaces continue to grow a little longer, allowing the mind to drift further into rest. The body can stay heavy. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. You're still here. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. Just resting now. You're still here. Still safe. You're still here. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. You're still here. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. You're still here. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. Still safe. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. Still safe. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. You're still here. You're still here. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. You're still here. You're still here. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. Still safe. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. You are still here. Everything can stay quiet. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. You're still here. You're still here. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. You're still here. Just resting now. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. Just staying now. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. Just resting now. You're still here. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Still safe. Still safe. Just resting now. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. Just resting now. Still safe. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. Just resting now. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Still safe. It's okay to let go. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. Just resting now. You're still here. It's okay to let go. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. Still safe. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. Just resting now. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. Everything can stay quiet. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. Everything can stay quiet. You're still here. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. It's okay to let go. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. Still safe. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. body can stay heavy. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. Just resting now. You're still here. Just resting now. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. It's okay to let go. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. It's okay to let go. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. Still safe. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. Still safe. You're still here. Nothing needs your effort. The body can stay heavy. The body can stay heavy. You're still here. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. You're still here. Still safe. The body can stay heavy. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. There's nothing to manage. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. Still safe. Nothing needs your effort. There's nothing to manage. It's okay to let go. You're still here. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. The body can stay heavy. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. Nothing needs your effort. You're still here. Just resting now. There's nothing to manage. Still safe. Everything can stay quiet. It's okay to let go. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. Just resting now. It's okay to let go. Nothing needs your effort. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage. You're still here. There's nothing to manage. Everything can stay quiet. There's nothing to manage.